There's a ton of elevated welcome offers that are currently available, with some of them allowing you to earn thousands of dollars in value that you can utilize for future travel. But you do want to act fast because some of these offers are ending really soon, with some of them even ending tomorrow, Wednesday, as of posting this video. So in this video, I'm going to go through the best elevated offers that are currently available, because it's always really important to make sure that you're getting the best offers available for every credit card that you apply for. Also, my apologies if I do sound a little bit off. I can't tell if it's coming through on the camera, but I just got over being sick, so I do still sound a little bit off or a little bit nasally, but we got to push through because I want to go over these welcome bonuses. So we'll just hop right into the video, and I'm going to start off by discussing the elevated offers that are on the Hilton credit cards. To start with, we'll discuss Hilton's highest tier luxury credit card, the Hilton Aspire, that has a $550 annual fee. The welcome bonus is to receive 175,000 Hilton Honors points when you spend $6,000 or more in the first 6 months of having the card. On average, Hilton Honors points typically have a value of about 0.5 cents per point, so this would give this welcome bonus a value of $875. The $875 value from the welcome bonus is about 1.5 times more than the $550 annual fee. And then since the value from the welcome offer is $875 and the spend requirement is $6,000, you get a return on spend of about 14.6%. And then in terms of long-term value, you will get intangible benefits that don't necessarily have a specific value. So automatic Hilton Diamond status, which is the highest status you can get with Hilton. Also an automatic Hilton Free Night Award, which are completely uncapped. So you can use that free night award to stay at virtually any Hilton property worldwide. And then you'll also get credits that can tangibly reduce your effective fee as well, such as a $400 Hilton Resort credit that is split up into semi-annual credits, a $200 flight credit that is split up into quarterly increments. And then it's important to note that the offer on this card does end on January 8th, 2025. Next up, we have the elevated offer for Hilton's mid-tier credit card, the Hilton Surpass, which has a $150 annual fee. The elevated welcome bonus on the Hilton Surpass is to receive 165,000 Hilton Honors points when you spend $3,000 or more in the first 6 months of having the card. Again, Hilton Honors points have an average point value of about 0.5 cents per point, which would mean that the value for this welcome bonus would be $825. Since the annual fee on the Surpass card is $150 and the value that you'd get from the welcome bonus is $825, the value from the welcome bonus would be about 5.5 times more value than the annual fee. In terms of return on spend, the value from the welcome offer is $825 and the spend requirement is $3,000. So the Surpass card would give you a return on spend of 27%. From a long-term value perspective, you'll get some impactful benefits such as automatic Hilton Gold status, a $200 Hilton credit, which is split up into quarterly increments, and then the ability to earn a free night award if you spend $15,000 or more in 1 calendar year. Next up is the entry-level Hilton credit card, the Hilton Honors card, which has a $0 annual fee. The elevated offer on the Hilton Honors card is to receive 100,000 Hilton Honors points after you spend $2,000 or more in the first 6 months of having the card. Based on the average Hilton Honors points value of 0.5 cents per point, this would give this welcome bonus a value of $500, which is really high for a $0 annual fee card. Since the value from the elevated offer is $500 and the spend requirement is $2,000, you get a return on spend of 25%. From a long-term value perspective, there isn't that much to offer on the Hilton Honors card, but you will get automatic Hilton Silver status. Finally, the last Hilton credit card that has an elevated offer is going to be the Hilton Honors Business card, which has a $195 annual fee. The elevated offer on the Hilton Honors Business card is to receive 175,000 Hilton Honors points when you spend $8,000 or more in the first 6 months of having the card. If we again take that average Hilton Honors point value of 0.5 cents per point, then we get a value of $875 from this welcome bonus, which is about 4 times more value than the annual fee. Since the value from the welcome bonus is $875 and the spend requirement is $8,000, you get a return on spend of about 11%. Then in terms of long-term value, you'll get automatic Hilton Gold status as well as a $240 Hilton credit. And then again, as a quick reminder, the elevated offers on all of these Hilton credit cards do end on January 8th, 2025. Okay, now we're gonna stick to the theme of hotel credit cards, so we're gonna shift into discussing the elevated offers for the Marriott credit cards. This time we'll start by discussing the business offering first, which is the Marriott Bonvoy Business that has a $125 annual fee. The elevated offer on the Bonvoy Business is to receive 5 Marriott Free Night Awards, which are each worth up to 50,000 Marriott points. So for a total of 250,000 Marriott points, when you spend $8,000 or more in the first 6 months of having the card. From an optimistic standpoint, let's say that you were able to get the full 250,000 Marriott points from those free night awards. Well, then if we take an average Marriott point value of 0.8 cents per point, then you would get a value of $2,000 from that welcome offer. With that $2,000 in value in mind, you'd get 16 times more value than the annual fee, which is incredibly strong. Also, since the value from the welcome offer is $2,000 and the spend requirement is $8,000, you get a return on spend of 25%. And most importantly, you're going to get an automatic free night award worth up to 35,000 Marriott points each year, which more than offsets the annual fee every year. You will need to act with some urgency because the elevated welcome offer for the Bonvoy Business does end on October 16th of this year. Now, if we take a look at the elevated offers for the personal Marriott credit cards, we're going to start with the Marriott Bonvoy Bold, which has a $0 annual fee. The welcome offer on the Bonvoy Bold is to receive 60,000 points plus a free night award that is worth up to 50,000 points when you spend $2,000 or more in the first 3 months. For the points portion of that welcome offer, if we again take the average Marriott point value of 0.8 cents per point, then you get $480 in value from the 60,000 points, and then $400 in value from the free night award. The value from the welcome bonus would then be $880, and the spend requirement is $2,000, so you get a return on spend of 44%. In terms of long-term value, you won't get a ton, but you will get automatic Marriott Silver Elite status. Next up, we have the Marriott Bonvoy Bevy, which has a $250 annual fee. The elevated welcome offer on the Bonvoy Bevy is to receive 155,000 Marriott points when you spend $6,000 or more in the first 6 months of having the card. If we take the average Marriott point value of 0.8 cents per point, then you get $1,240 in value from the welcome offer, which is 5 times more value than the annual fee. Since the value from the welcome offer is $1,240 and the spend requirement is $6,000, you get a return on spend of 21%. In terms of long-term value, you will get automatic Marriott Gold Elite status, but outside of that, there isn't that much value to be had on this card. So if I'm being completely honest, I wouldn't really recommend this card, and I don't think it's very good unless you're really in need of Marriott points, so you're going specifically to get this card for the elevated welcome offer to get those points. And if you are interested in taking advantage of this elevated welcome offer to get those 155,000 Marriott points, then you do need to act extremely quickly because this offer does end literally tomorrow on October 2nd. Finally, we have Marriott's highest tier credit card, the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant, which has a $650 annual fee. The Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant has an elevated welcome offer of being able to receive 185,000 Marriott points when you spend $6,000 or more in the first 6 months of having the card. Since the average Marriott point value is 0.8 cents per point, and you get 185,000 Marriott points from this welcome offer, you get $1,480 in value, which is 2 times more value than the annual fee. Since the total value is $1,480 and the spend requirement is $6,000, the return on spend would be 25%. From a long-term value perspective, you'll get plenty of benefits that can help cut into that $650 annual fee. So you'll get Marriott Platinum Elite status, a $300 dining credit, and then a free night award each year worth up to 85,000 Marriott points. Again, similar to the Bonvoy Bevy, if you do want to get this elevated welcome offer, you do need to act really quickly because this elevated offer does end tomorrow on October 2nd. Before I move on, if you've been enjoying this content so far and you really want to see these updates on a more consistent basis, then please consider subscribing because it's a free and easy way to help support my channel, and I would really appreciate it. Next up, we are going to shift into airline cards because all the personal and business Delta credit cards currently have elevated offers. To run through those cards, the personal and business Delta Gold cards have a $0 introductory annual fee during the first year, and then a $150 annual fee every year after that. The personal and business Delta Platinum cards have a $350 annual fee, and then the personal and business Delta Reserve cards have a $550 annual fee. Now I'm going to run through the specific elevated welcome offers themselves, and then I'll get into some of the long-term value. I'll start with the personal cards first. So on the personal Delta Gold card, you'll get 80,000 Delta Sky Miles when you spend $3,000 or more in the first 6 months. On the Delta Platinum card, you'll get 90,000 Delta Sky Miles when you spend $4,000 or more in the first 6 months. With the Delta Reserve, you'll get 100,000 Delta Sky Miles when you spend $6,000 or more in the first first 6 months. And then on the Delta Business Gold, you'll get 90,000 bonus miles when you spend $6,000 or more in the first 6 months. On the Delta Business Platinum, you'll get 100,000 Delta Sky miles when you spend $8,000 or more in the first 6 months. And then finally, on the Delta Business Reserve, you'll get 110,000 Delta Sky miles when you spend $12,000 or more in the first 6 months. You will need to act with some urgency for the elevated offers on the Delta credit cards as well, because all these offers do end on October 23rd of this month. In terms of long-term value, the Delta Gold cards are going to give you a Delta Stays credit, the ability to earn a Delta Flight credit, and the Takeoff 15 benefit. The Delta Platinum cards are going to give you credits such as a Delta Stays credit, rideshare credit, and Resi credit, but the best benefit is undoubtedly going to be the Delta Companion Certificate. Finally, the Delta Reserve cards are going to give you impactful credits as well, such as the Delta Stays credit, rideshare credit, and Resi credit. Then you'll also get a Delta Companion Certificate and Delta Sky Club Airport Lounge access as well. Now we're going to get into my personal favorite welcome offer, and one that I just recently took advantage of myself, and that's going to be for the $0 annual fee Chase Ink Unlimited. The Chase Ink Unlimited currently has an elevated offer of being able to receive $900 cash back when you spend $6,000 or more in the first 3 months of having the card. However, that $900 in cash back is going to be given to you in the form of 90,000 Chase points, which does give you a lot of added flexibility. So you'll have the option, if you want to redeem those points at 1 cent per point for cash back and still get $900 in value. But if you leverage the Ink Unlimited with a Chase travel card, so like the Sapphire Preferred, Sapphire Reserve, or Ink Preferred, then you can potentially get over $1,800 in value from those 90,000 Chase points by taking advantage of transferring your points out to Chase's travel partners. In terms of long-term value, it's pretty straightforward on the card. You'll just get 1.5x back on all purchases. Overall, there are clearly some fantastic welcome offers that are currently available, with some of them ending pretty soon, so you want to take advantage while you can. If some of the hotel credit cards that I talked about in this video caught your attention, then you'll want to watch this other video where I ranked every single hotel credit card. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.